Hey guys, welcome back to Exit 45. So we are going to probably keep this one a little bit shorter today. This video, we're going to work on two things. We're going to work on getting the brakes finished. So that's putting the master cylinder on, bleeding the system, and we're going to get the tires and rims on. I know you guys have been waiting on this. Those of you who saw the end of the video a few videos ago back where I teased the wheels and tires, we're doing that on this one. And then that's it. That's all we're doing on this one. I want this to be more about kind of the reveal of the wheels and tires. So let's get at it. Well guys, before we put this master cylinder on here, I just wanted to show you real quick. So I ran the engine for a while to take a look to see if we still had any leaks going on at that B-nut. And it was just a little bit of seeping, very, very little. So I just put the wrench on it, try to get a little bit more. And if that doesn't do it, I may have to pull that line loose again and see if I can get maybe a different size crush washer in there to help seal that up a little better. I took the proportioning valve away from it, so I should be able to slide the master cylinder on there. I hope I never have to take this valve cover off, because yeah, that's not going to be good.
Be a tight fit.
It will be a tight fit. Oh, by the way, Dad's here. All right, let's tighten this up. All right, there we go. So now we got to get the all the little lines that do all this right here, and they go across each other and they get all tangled like this, and then you have to get them screwed in. We've got the brake light switch hooked up, and we've got all of our lines in that connect from the proportioning valve to the master cylinder. Master cylinder's in, I've got it opened up. And we can go ahead and fill that, and we can start the process of bleeding the brakes. Okay.
A little bit more air.
Okay.
No air. Well, we ran across the leak. The two lines going across the axle back here are leaking going into the line, the flex lines. Try it again.
All right, driver's side. Go.
Tight, no air.
Okay, that's probably good. Hey guys, we now know why the front driver's side wasn't working as far as trying to get it bled out. The line that was in there is clogged. It won't, we can't get it to, I can't even get blow air through it, so I should have checked that before we got this far, and I didn't, so kind of shame on me. But it didn't take us but what, 10 minutes to do this?
It didn't take long.
You guys, if you haven't seen my method of using the zip ties to shape your line, you make your first bend, zip tie it, make that second bend, zip tie it, and you just keep doing that, work around, and this is going to be a perfect match. There you go, we got the line replaced that goes down, comes around here, and goes over to here. Brand new line, we should be good to go. Now we're going to go ahead and get it bled. Go.
Ooh, we're getting fluid now. Okay, tight.
Okay. Okay.
How's it feel?
It's tight. Go.
A little air, tight.
Go.
No air, and it's tight.
All right, I think we're good. Well, you know, you remember I spent all that time getting that brake light switch to adapt into the proportioning valve. The this particular proportioning valve, whatever, this port doesn't actually have fluid in it, so that's not going to work. That was all that work trying to figure out how to adapt that there, and I can't use that port. So, not sure what I'm going to do just yet. I'm thinking I might try to go in line here somewhere and put another T so that I can have a port to put that, or I can go into the brake pedal area and just put like an aftermarket kind of generic brake light switch and just run my electrical into there for that switch. So I haven't really decided which way I'm going to go yet, but that's my dilemma now. So that's also just the way this goes. Anyway, just thought I'd bring that in and bring you guys in and let you see that. All right, guys, now that we got these brakes all tidied up and good to go, I need to put this brace back on. And in order to do that, here, you see I got it marked to cut it because I need to be able to have some clearance to get this lid off, so I basically got to cut it back. Anyways, I'm going to cut this and put them on, and then when I get done with that, we're going to go and do a last few things before we put wheels and tires on and see if it takes gears. Well, here it is. I teased you guys a little bit about this earlier, but we're actually going to do it this time. I'm going to show you the wheels and tires, and then we're going to get them on the car and see what they look like there, all right? All right, here we go. Woohoo! Look at that. I like
the backs of the light reflect off of it. Oh yeah. Looks real nice.
There you go. Their front and back are 10-inch tires. I'll just read you off what they are here. 255, 45, and a 17-inch rim. It's a 17-inch rim by 8 or 8.5. I can't remember off the top of my head. And that was the tire. So.
And it's almost too wide.
And it's close. But we did a lot of measuring. We did a lot of pre-work on this, and we were able to get everything where it works out. So next step, let's get these on the Thunderbird and let's see what the bird looks like. All right, guys, now that you've seen the tires that we're putting on, these back ones, a little tricky to get in here, but you can do it with the axle all the way up. It's a two-step process. So let's see if I can remember how to do it. You gotta go up, in, and then up. There you go. It can be done. And these are 10-inch wide tires, so you got clearance. Barely. I made the mistake. I measured everything out, went to work, and then spent 2 days poring over rim sizes, tire sizes to get the right magic number, which is really hard to do. And I found one that worked, so I was like, okay, let's see if I can, this one should work. And I should have just waited, come back and took a measurement, because while I have clearance, it's tight. And I probably got over 1 inch of clearance in the backside or inside here. So it would have been nice to have changed my offset in a little bit, and I would have had a little bit more clearance here. But what are you gonna do? Anyways, so you guys can see that they can go in and out with the axle in the highest position that it'll be. So that's good. I know I got a comment from y'all that you know, make sure your tire will fit with the axle up. You don't have to have the axle hanging to get it in. So I listen to you. All right, there you go. All right, there we go.
One on.
Okay.
Well, went right in.
Yep. Not too bad. It's a tight fit, but they'll go in. All right, let's get the other side.
We're recording. Or you're not lug nuts up.
All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Just slipped. Well,
Looks pretty good. You can put fenders on now.
dropped a little lower in the front than I thought it would.
Did it?
Yeah. So I may adjust the coilovers up a little bit, but I'm not 100% sure yet.
Well, you wanted it to be slightly down.
Yeah, I won't know until we pull it out and get it up here where I can take a look from the side. Oh, wow. It's going to need an alignment. That's way off. It's pretty bad when you can see it off.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Okay.
All right, what we're going to do here, let me show you. So if you can look here and see the rake that this thing has. It's a little more aggressive than I was looking for, but that's okay because I've got my coilovers right here adjusted to the lowest setting. So I'm going to go ahead and bring those up probably a couple inches, and that'll give me about an inch rake from back to front. And then by the time we get the bumper and the fenders and the hood on, that'll probably bring it down another ½ inch or so. So, you know, this is just going to be something we play with a little bit off and on to get the stance right, but I'm guessing at this point what I need, and we'll just see when it's all together. It's not hard to adjust, so not a big deal. All right?
Lower it down and measure it. That didn't go as far.
Huh?
Didn't go down as far.
It did not. All right, so we brought it up 1.5 inches.
Not what you wanted.
Yep, that's about what I was looking for. It'll probably settle down another ½ inch, I assume, with the bumper, fenders, and hood on. I think we're fine.
It looks pretty good.
I mean, she ain't giving much more than that, so.
Unless you hit a really big bump.
And I mean, I got my fingers all the way, so.
I think we're good.
I think we're good. I like it. Well, guys, I think we're going to end this one right here. We got, we got through the brakes. And the biggest thing I really wanted to do in this video was show you guys wheels and tires. Get them on there, get it on the ground, see what the stance looked like, play around with it a little bit. Adjusted the height of the front end. It was just a little bit low to me. I felt like after I put the bumper on, hood and fenders, that it would probably go down a little bit even more. So I bumped it up about 1.5 inches, and we'll see what the bumper and all that does, and I can make an adjustment, final adjustment once we get to that point. Anyway, as you can see, the tires are back off and it's back in the air. So I had a couple of issues. I didn't really get a lot done this week on film. I've just been really kind of digging into some of the issues I came across on this. That probably won't make film. But the brakes just are soft. They just don't feel like I want them. They need to get bled again. So I put it back up in the air, did all that. I was putting some more gas in it, started leaking. So I had to deal with that. I'm not done dealing with that. The gas gauge didn't work. Turns out my float is filled with gas, so that's crap. But you guys saw that. Well, I don't know if I put that in there. Don't matter. Anyway, it's fine. I just had a couple of things I just needed to try and work through. Nothing major, nothing I was going to put on the video. Things I've already done. I'm just going to kind of go through them one more time. So this was kind of one of those weeks. But you got to see the tires and the rims. I hope you liked them as much as I did. So anyway, I'm going to see you guys on the next video. And I think we're going to go ahead and start turning our attention to the interior. I got headliner. I've got carpet. I've got all the center console pieces ready to go in. I'm ordering the seat covers, so we should be able to get that in, start getting all that done. So I really want to turn my attention to the interior before it gets sweltering hot. I want to get that done. All right, I'll get you guys on the next one, all right? All right, bye.